Everybody, this is Mateo, and I grinded up to $500 so I can get the wooden bat, which is the upgrade to Nintendo's weapon. I actually got more than 500, but oh well. But you need at least 500, just kind of keep track. I ended up getting to level 5 while doing this, because the enemies don't give that much experience. But oh well. So, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to kind of talk about the legacy of this game that I forgot to talk about last time because I'm an idiot. Well, no, I talked about it during take 1 of that video, but I was coughing too much, so I scrapped it. And I just kind of forgot about it the second time. Basically, this NES game right here was never actually released in America. What happened was they had it all translated and everything, ready to go. But they decided not to put it out because they thought there wasn't going to be much interest because the SNES was going to come out in a few months. So most people would be buying that instead of this game. And again, I don't cut out the battle, yay. So they didn't sell it. However, they still had the cartridge, the single cartridge for what they had the single cartridge of this game, translated in English. So what they did was that they sold it to a collector for some $1,000, I think it was like $1,200 around there. So collector now had this game. A ROM group, or just a group of fans, figured out about it, and so they asked if they could borrow the cartridge so that they can make it into a ROM so everybody could play it. And he agreed for a payment of about $300, $400, just in case it broke or it lost its value or something, but it didn't. It's fully working still, so he still has his fully working cartridge, and now we have the ROM which we can download and play. And this is the only way to play it in America, unless you happen to be close friends with that collector and he would allow you to play it. However, I highly doubt that. So yeah, you're going to need to find a way to download this game. I won't be telling you how to. You can use Google. Google is your friend. I found it with Google, so you can too. Just really Google things. I mean, that's there to answer your questions. Yes, this is a new enemy. Okay, good. I had reason to not cut out this battle. And my god, that is a lot of bats. That is a lot of bats. I think 4. Yeah, 4 is the limit of enemies that you could possibly fight in a single battle. So, yeah, we're already hitting the limit. The Mr. Bats do not have much HP in the slightest. And what they will do is think about the circumstances and become confused. So they could possibly hit themselves and or comrades. So you want to try to kill those guys last. However, if they get hit with a physical attack, then they will become unconfused. So, yeah, just aim for the ones that aren't confused first, because the ones that are confused have a chance of not hitting you. So you might as well save that 1 or 2 HP. But overall, pretty weak. But they give quite a bit of experience when they're... Oh, come on, he was confused and he still got a smash attack? But you can see it was only 8 damage, and that still wasn't that much compared to how much HP I now have. Which is around 50 or 60. So, oh hey, I'm level 6 now, that's cool. And Mr. Bat took 30 damage. And fainted, or died, and we got 16 experience. So not that much, but a lot compared to what we have. I mean, we could have fought just 15 of those battles and get the same amount of experience that we now have. Around there, I'm estimating here. It's probably more than that, more like 20. No, not even 20, it's probably closer to 15. So the experience jumps up a bit in this area. Next up we have the Gang Zombie, and he was actually edited into the, he was edited in the American release version. He used to have bullet wounds all over his chest, and there was actual blood holes in his chest, and also the crow had a cigarette in his feather, because apparently that makes sense. But again, with America's censorship thing, they just kind of, they had to make slight changes just in case. Even though this game was never released, they had it prepared for a release, it just never became released because of the SNES, basically. However, then its sequel, Earthbound, was released. And also, this game was originally going to be called Earthbound, which means that the Earthbound that we know today would have been Earthbound 2. And the reason why this is sometimes called Earthbound 0 is because, well, there's Earthbound, and then now we have our version of Earthbound. I think Earthbound might be called Mother 2 in Japan, but here it's called Earthbound. How many times can I say Earthbound? But then we discovered this game and figured out that it was the prologue of Earthbound, so we called it Earthbound 0, because 0 is less than 1. We could have called it Earthbound -1, but that doesn't make as much sense. I think that the ROM guys made a good title. Provided they were the one that made the title, I would assume so, because it was going to be called Mother here. No, it wasn't. It was going to be called Earthbound here. What am I talking about? But they added in the 0 just to make it easy to tell between the two just by name, because if you're talking about Earthbound, if they were both named Earthbound, you could be talking about either the SNES game or the NES game. So you know, whatever. But now we have a bit of a maze of a graveyard, and we're actually looking for that hole right there, so that didn't take all too long, mainly because I cut out most of the battles. But those enemies that we saw outside of here are pretty much all the enemies that we can find in here, along with the pseudo-zombies, which we are now going to find in some of these caskets. Maybe Pippi's in here, I don't know, but hey, at least we have free experience, and let's see how quickly we can kill these pseudo-zombies, now that we have a new weapon and 2 more, and are quite a bit of a higher level now. As you can see, my experience points has practically doubled since I entered this area, and that's just from the much better experience that these guys bring. And also, I didn't even notice this guy. This is a random battle pseudo-zombie and not a open the casket pseudo-zombie. So yeah, I kind of forgot to cut this one out because I thought it was one of the casket guys. But oh well, it doesn't take that long. I mean, it's only one enemy. And we're about to break 400 experience points. We broke 400 experience points. Okay, that one shook, so... I wonder why the top left one shook. But oh, hey, a girl. And now the top right one shook. This is scary. I'm freaking out, man. Also, why are you not coming with me? Talk, there we go. Okay, yes, I am brave. Yeah, I am indeed. No, I'm not brave. No, yes, I do hope that we can meet sometime. And we get a shiny badge. You want to answer these things that way so you can get this badge. I think you'll be able to try again if you don't get it, but that badge is going to become helpful later. It is actually the Franklin badge, which, if you remember from Earthbound, it blocked Carpenter's lightning attacks. And I say remember as though I've Let's Played it. No, I haven't. I actually haven't played through all of Earthbound. I'm in 4th side right now. I need to get working on that again, but yeah, just something to keep in mind. Anyways, Pippi joins your party for reals. It's not one of those characters who just joins and follows you. She's an actual character that you can control. However, she doesn't have any PSI, but she gets very powerful. Her stat gains are amazing. So if you want to grind a bit here, go ahead. However, I'm going to not do so just because. And plus, she isn't all that powerful to begin with. I don't know what she equips as for weapons. Maybe she'll equip a bat, maybe she just goes empty-handed. I honestly don't know. But oh well. And we're getting increases for Pippi because she's at a low level. See, maximum HP increased by 13. That is quite the HP increase. You still want to be careful. Don't allow your HP to go below 20 or 15 here, because otherwise you could very well die, depending on the encounter. And now we have to make our way out, even though I just made my way through this place. I'm already forgetting the way to go. Come on now. At least I'm cutting out the battle so that this goes by quicker. Yeah, who am I talking to? I'm going to do that a couple times where I'm not really paying attention and I'm just mashing the attack button. And then all of a sudden the battle ends. And then I keep pressing the attack button, which is also the bring up the menu and do stuff button. So I accidentally choose talk while doing that. And yeah, you're just going to notice that a couple times. Anyways, we are now leaving the graveyard area, finally. Well, it only took like 5 minutes, but still. We now have Pippi with us. We've saved her. So let's go ahead, go back to Podunk, and... well, first let's go to the healer's house to heal. Of course, that's what you do at a healer's house. No, you have scones and cookies and... What is a scone anyway? I have no idea. It's just the first word that came to mind. Hopefully it's a food. Pretty sure it's a food. But anyways, after healing, we can talk to him, recharge, and continue on. And you can only recharge one person at a time. Luckily, Pippi doesn't have any actual... Oh my god, teleporting healer. Luckily, Pippi doesn't have any PSI, though. And even so, I probably wouldn't charge it. So, the Franklin badge is not an equipable item. You just keep it in your inventory and it'll work. And I suggest you keep it on Nintendo because it'll be helpful soon enough. So now we can go on ahead to the mayor's office and talk to him, tell him about Pippi. So, yep. Yes, no, I just brought you a random red-haired girl and hope you'd fall for it. Yep, applause, applause. Now, pretty Pippi, oh my god. Okay, yeah, the mayor saved you, not Nintendo, although you do get $100 for it, I guess. But, more importantly, we get to go to the zoo. Yay, the zoo! Free trip to the zoo. I'm going to see the pandas, and the tigers, and the elephants, and the bears, and they're not going to try to kill me at all. No, well, we'll see about that. I mean, we've been attacked by stray dogs and snakes and hippies, so, you know, you really don't know. No, it doesn't. And she thinks you're a cutie. Even though it looks like your shirt doesn't even go over your entire stomach. Yeah, really, oh, somebody's taking a shower, you can probably hear it. The just constant rain. It's not really rain, although it did snow today. Now, it happened at the very end of the school day, and everybody was like, oh my god, it's snowing! Yeah, it's not the first time that we got snow, but it's the first time we got snow in a couple of months. I believe. Maybe a month or two. So yeah, we got snow, it was nice. Oh my god, it's a chocobo, I mean canary. Okay, so we have another little maze area. Luckily there are no random battles here, and if we go back here past this white tower, and then if we could please talk to the chocobo canary person, and give her the canary chick that we unfortunately could not eat, she will sing the second part of the melody. Yay, and we remember the tune, and with that we have 2 of the 8 melodies. We are technically 1/4 of the way through the game. However, the space between the melodies kind of spaces out after the 3rd one. And this game isn't really that short. I mean, we got the first one in 3 minutes. We got the second one in almost 30. We're going to get the 4th one in about 45-ish, I believe. And then after that, it's going to be a while before we get the next one. So it's not nearly as quick as you might think. This project's going to go on for a little bit. It's actually a pretty short RPG. And by the way, if you want to get to the map, you can press either the start or the select button. I have no idea which. The little dots are important locations, and the large orange areas are cities. And the monkey stole the key. Yay.